Hey, I'm Cupcake155, and today I want to do an unboxing of the new multi-dryer by Creality, the SpacePi X4.
Princess, Cupcake 155. Let's print.
So first off, just taking a look at the box. Here we see Creality SpacePi X4. So it's a dryer. See a little screen in the front there. Obviously, we're going to open it up and really look at it. But this box has a few basic specs on here. So top thing I'm interested in, power, 360 watts. Wow, that sounds like a lot to me. That's cool. And it can dry for up to 48 hours. Pretty nice. So this is a pre-production build. So Creality sent this to me before the release date. So there might be some blemishes, they warned. Nevertheless, let's check it out. I need something better to open this with. I used a pretty strong tape. Let's try this. That's no good. That is some mighty tape. Alrighty, so here we have our documentation and a little certificate or something. It looks like a cable or some such in here. Okay, a little power cable. Pretty nice looking packaging. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. First look here. Looks pretty nice. So I haven't seen a lot about this because it's not released as of the date that I'm recording this. So I'm kind of discovering it new for the first time. Oh yeah, I see it's got these little plugs here for PTFE tube ports. So this is nice. It tells us right away that you can feed your filament straight out of here, which is good. It's no surprise because the SpacePi 1 has the same sort of, well, it's not a PTFE tube though, so I don't think so. I've never put a PTFE tube out of that. So I like that they did that. That's nice. Take care of that. Oh, look at this. This is cool. So here, there's more pneumatic connectors for PTFE tubes. So it looks like we can do PTFE from two places. I really like having that flexibility. So how do we open this? So it says we slide that over and there we go. Okay. Interesting. There is a compartment down here for desiccant. So I guess you can use the thing to do passive drying if you want, or active. There we go. Nice. So, got some passive rollers in here, and a little desiccant box, which I can see desiccant inside of. It says, warning, please do not remove the desiccant packet for drying tasks. Okay, so I take that means you leave it in while drying. So, examining this a little more, I can see up in the top is where the pneumatic connectors are, just like I saw, and then there's some holes right here where we'd feed out the filament for the rear-facing pneumatic connectors. So that's cool. I can kind of see through the assembly inside to some fans on either compartment, and then it looks like a little humidity sensor right there. I can even read the PCB says Creality on it. That's cool. Very custom. I like, at a top level glance, I like that this thing, as much as it supports 4 spools, we've got 2 separate compartments. So suppose I want to dry things on a different schedule or different material types. That's pretty cool that I can separate tasks that way. So I'm compelled by that. Now, to date, my only filament dryer that I've ever owned that's a dedicated dryer is the SpacePi, and I've been pretty happy with it, actually. I recently got the Anycubic ACE system, or ACE, and that has a built-in dryer, and that's pretty cool too. That's an MMU, so that's a whole other ordeal, but it's also quite loud. But I think all dryers tend to be on the noisier side, and I'm pretty picky about noise, so my standards for that are probably unreasonable. All right, so plugging this ordeal in. Let's see. Wow, quick boot. Much quicker than the K2 Plus boot. So this is nice. A little touchscreen here. I have no idea what that says. I'm looking for like language selection. I don't see it. Might be in here somewhere. Oh, nice. It's got illumination in the box. I don't think there's any need for illumination, but I like to have stuff like that. I'm a big fan of LEDs. So, okay, you can see there's a little button here to turn off the LEDs for either side independently. That's pretty nice. Just looking at the controls on here. Neat. So for each filament slot, you can pick what material it is, and I presume use that to help you pick what your drying settings are. So at this early pre-launch time, I'm not quite sure if this interface supports being switched over to English. Well, look at that, I stumbled on it. Haha. Okay, that's great. So there you got a little glimpse of how to find the English on here. So here you can see I'm on firmware 0.2.3. Not sure how much firmware updates to expect on this thing, or how would you even install a firmware update? I don't think you would, is how. And what dryer really needs a firmware update? But that's pretty neat. So just exploring this screen here. Okay, so we got some drying presets. It looks like that's pretty nice. This is a nice little UI. I like it. Auto drying. With auto drying enabled, the system monitors chamber humidity and starts drying if it exceeds the threshold. Oh, wow. That's a cool feature. I would use that. Auto dehume. So dehumidify. When auto dehume is enabled, the rear dehumidification fan will turn on intermittently, during drying to expel moisture. Okay, that's really nice. So this is a lot smarter than my SpacePi, because the SpacePi will you just turn it on and it'll run for however long you specify. But this thing will actively maintain um, the conditions that you ask for, and that's very neat. I'm a big fan of that. So I'm just discovering what this product is, right? Because Creality sent this to me. I built a little bit of a relationship with them, and they sent this to me, but I didn't. It's not released, so I don't know about it. Lighting while drying, end beeping, screen off. This must be like a timeout. Yeah. So you set your timeout for the screen off, brightness, units measurement. So that's kind of it. Very easy unboxing, and pretty cool looking filament dryer, and I like that functionality. So it's of the order of the size of a Creality CFS. I have one. You can kind of eyeball it from the far camera over there. It's the same size as an MMU, a 4-spool MMU. Of course, it would be, because they all have to fit 4 spools. So very nice. And thus we have the SpacePi X4 unboxed. Take care. Bye bye.